This week on What the Heck, we kick off Season 3 by checking in with Tyler, talking about customer service, and playing Summertime Jeopardy. Crack a cold one, kick your feet up, and enjoy the show. Well, hey, good looking.
I know you're talking to me, so thank you.
I was talking to they.
Isn't the line, what's cooking, good looking?
Well, that's different.
No, same
Say good looking, what you got cooking.
How's about cooking something new with me?
You had to go back to the music lines.
I'll do it. I ain't scared. Welcome to Season 3 of What the Heck. I'm Colin Frederick, Jake Reese, and Tyler Heck. Season premiere.
We've made it.
We did it.
2 full seasons. There are
little bit of a
TV
break.
shows that don't even get this far, guys.
It's done well.
It's not, yeah.
And we missed last week because it's just absolute chaos right now. But also, I think it's okay. Like, TV shows take like 6 months off between seasons.
We had to build
Everyone
an
will get
extra
over it.
week's worth of
We
anticipation
should be
for
fine
season
with
3.
1 week.
Yep.
Yeah.
People, for Pete's sake.
With how good the show's going to get, it'll be okay.
Yeah. I kind of feel bad for all the other podcasts.
Our
They better
ratings
watch
are
out.
going to go through the roof.
I was thinking this season we should introduce like an interview series.
I like that.
Who the heck are you? And then we sit down with a special guest and
Like
grill
once,
them with,
once a month.
we grill them with real hard-hitting questions.
Yep.
Like what their favorite podcast episode is.
Yeah.
And if they had a lizard, what they'd name it.
That's just a preview, so you can pick an
Yeah,
episode
start
before the
preparing
interview.
yourself.
And what their favorite holiday is to celebrate.
Maybe we just pick a bunch of random things we've talked about. Done. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some research.
This is going to be great.
But then I want to ask like really hard-hitting stuff. Like
Do you like cotton candy?
your family's trapped on an island and you have to eat one of your siblings.
Wow.
Yeah, we're getting in.
We're trying to
Real
know,
deep stuff.
We're trying to know people.
Okay. That's how you get to the heart of it. Right there.
That's right. Anything else going on besides everything going on?
Just it's just chaos here.
Yeah. It's that time of year where everyone everywhere is going crazy for whatever reason.
For COVID, for
Work.
the end of school, crazy busy work schedules. It's
But we're like almost to that point where things are like, summertime.
So close. The
I can
light
feel it.
is just getting bigger and bigger.
I mean, by the time we drop this here episode, it'll be Memorial Day. And in my brain, I know it's not like the first day of summer on the calendar.
But that's the kickoff. I agree with
that's
you.
The
summertime.
kickoff
Yeah.
to summer.
Yep.
The end of spring is technically like first summer.
Especially because around our area, like all the fibs are out of school
God
and they
damn
start
it.
to take over our land.
Except our land got so much worse when all the fibs just went to school online and stayed up here.
Yeah,
Ugh. Yeah.
for
I
sure.
hate them.
But speaking
Except
of
for
fibs,
some
Speaking of fibs,
Except
of
for some of
fibs.
them, I don't hate
we
the
do have
fibs.
favorite
Yeah.
fibs.
Yeah, we don't have to hate all the fibs.
and we might hate 2 fibs less in a very short
Or
amount of
more.
time.
This
Or
could
more.
go really either way.
Yes. This is either going to be like, "Oh, that's really cool," or like, "Are you kidding me right now? This has to be a joke."
You see, Renee brought this box. Like, I don't know. When was that camp out at my parents'? Was that 2 weeks?
That was 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
ago.
Okay,
Yep.
so 2 weekends ago.
I'm going to
she-
snap a picture
she
of this
brought-
so we can show people.
Yep, she brought me this package and said, you have to open this, like, as you're recording. They wanted a live reaction. So, Tyler, what's it say on there?
It says
This is
two-
where things are a little bit troubling.
Yep.
This is where we
Yes,
have some problems to discuss.
I'm a little disappointed, but it says "to what the heck?"
Exclamation
Exclamation
point.
point.
Wrong.
It's what the heck?
Can you take a
Question
picture
mark.
of that package, like, with our logo in the background of it so people can compare notes?
Do you want me to hold it up?
Yeah. Let's do that. And then it says, "From your favorite fibs." Sorry, from your fave fibs. Let me get a little quick zoom action in here. All right, we'll get that posted for you. And then in the bottom right corner it says, "We were tired about," but "about" is crossed off.
Yep.
"Hearing about," quotes, "a draft," end quotes, comma, "hope this helps."
I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't really understand what's going on here.
Yeah. Were they tired of hearing us talk about the NFL draft? Because I'll talk about it right now.
Because, or were they tired about the NFL draft? In which case, we can't be friends.
Oh, if they're just tired, it's just a pillow.
Oh, it could be.
How is Fibs? Are they tired about the draft though? Shouldn't they be super excited
be
about that
excited
draft?
about the Bears
amped
draft.
because Soldier Fields is lit.
They just got the second best quarterback in the NFC North.
No, the best.
Possibly the
best.
first, depending on
Behind
what happens
Jared
in the next
Goff.
couple of weeks. No, Kirk Cousins.
Oh yeah, as for
No, I lied.
Captain Kirk.
Jordan
Kellen
Love.
Mond.
Yeah, true that.
He's gonna be good.
I was thinking, what if this was like a puppy, and then we didn't record, and now it's been sitting for.
Well, I
2
feel like
weeks?
she wouldn't have given.
I
'cause
don't think so.
when she gave it to you, it was a Saturday. We weren't recording for at least 2 days.
That's true. It was
if
gonna,
not longer.
Right.
It was gonna die either way.
I hope it wasn't.
All right.
All right,
Without further ado,
you get that in.
I like when people
further
say
adudes.
"without further to do." Dudes.
Screw it, let's go. All right.
This is where dads always say, "Oh, you don't have to save the paper."
Oh wait, we've got an unopened Amazon Prime box.
Well, goddamn. Here you go.
Unless it's upside down, but I don't think that's it.
Oh, there goes my best pen.
There's a lot more in there.
That one didn't work anyway.
What could it be? A blanket.
Blankets. Fleece blankies.
Orange.
Orange fleece
What the
blankies.
heck? Orange fleece blankies.
Get it? They're tired about hearing about the draft, so we can all take
or
a nap.
perhaps a draft, like it's drafted in here.
Both. Oh man, the play on words is unstoppable.
This
I'm gonna have to
thing
try
looks,
this out tonight.
This looks. I'm not gonna try it out because I'll sweat my bag off. But it actually looks real soft. Katie's immediately gonna steal this.
Well, she's kind of part of what the heck.
Oh man,
She's like an executive producer or something.
what the heck?
Oh, that is super soft.
And it's got like a kind of a little texture thing going
Oh
on.
man.
Oh,
If
Katie-
I fall asleep during this episode, please forgive me, everybody.
it has 5 different quality certificates.
There was no expense spared on this.
Oh, it came from Wilmington, Delaware.
Made in the USA.
If anyone wants to reach out to these people, you can get them at 422 Old Capitol Trail, Suite 43.
Their phone number, 305-306-0668.
And
I do have a question.
Yeah, hit me. Green orange.
Green orange. What
That's
is
got to
it?
be the company.
Is it though?
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
right next to the logo.
It's
It's on there
everywhere.
multiple times.
But then I don't see a color anywhere.
It was on. Where
No,
was it?
it's
on.
not.
Yeah, it's
No.
on here.
Oh.
It's new orange or orange new, or just orange or
What?
something on the tag. Mine says orange.
Okay. These are awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty snuggly.
This might be. Could this be the best we've gotten?
It's up there.
This is pretty
I mean-
serious.
I mean, we've gotten
Mama Hex cookies were pretty darn good.
those were good.
Oh, also she
Speaking
got
of,
us more airheads.
we've got
Oh,
another
yeah.
90-pack assorted flavor Airheads.
Mama Heck rocks.
We got some Rice Krispies.
Yo.
We've gotten some root beer barrels.
We haven't had Rice Krispies.
I
in a
didn't get any
while.
The
Rice
cookies?
Krispies.
Oh, the gourmet
The
cookies.
gourmet
Oh,
cookies
those
were
are
pretty
really
good.
good too.
Yeah.
We've had some beer donated.
Yeah.
That's always up there.
Yeah, that's tough to
I
beat.
mean, we've never had a bad gift.
No, they're all
No.
great. They're all
I
great
would
and
put them
loved.
all at 1A through Z
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
in no
Yeah.
particular order.
Maybe just alphabetical.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Dude, I kind of dig that. If only I could get it down to like 32 degrees in this house, I could try that sucker
I
out.
bet you could in the basement.
Here
Maybe.
you go.
The problem is, here you go. All right. So I have the old CPAP, right?
Oh yeah.
So what happens is, I've got like a little heater deal on there, so it gives you like humid air, so you're not just like super fucking dry.
Yep.
Which is fine unless the room gets below the temperature of my heated air, and then I get a shitload of condensation. Yeah. And then it builds up in the mask and drips into my mouth, and I drown, and then I wake up like, and my face is all wet, and then I take it off, and then it just sprays water droplets all over wherever it's pointed. It's the worst thing.
So you have to balance your air conditioning very carefully.
It's tough. Like the other night, we had the windows open, and I
Yeah.
was so comfortable, and then I was so uncomfortable because I was all wet and awake. It's tough, man. It ain't easy being cheesy.
I hear you. I may be old, but I don't have a CPAP yet.
Yeah, all the cool guys do it. Tyler, what the heck?
All right, I'm gonna preface this by saying your answer cannot be. You Can Call Me Al.
Wrong.
Okay.
Don't see that there could be any other.
Yeah. Not
Well, no.
interested.
It's not like what's your favorite song of all time.
We Are
because
America
obviously,
by Victoria Stab.
Have you ever gotten to the point where a song of a song where you just like you listen to it and you just got to keep listening to it back to back to back?
Yes.
Like you're in the car and you're just might as well go back to that song.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
100%. It really comes in waves for me. Like I'll get one song that I get just kind of like stuck on, like my brain freezes. It especially used to happen to me when I had, like an iPod and my technology, my options for making playlists and things were not as easy. So our one friend, Peter Romanesco, still makes fun of me because one time when I was little, he was over hanging out with my brothers, and I was like in the shower, and I had Sexy Chick by David Guetta playing like on repeat. Damn, you's a sexy chick. So that is a pretty good song. We could listen to that if you want.
Maybe. I always thought that you must have listened to the clean version because you were a child. Wasn't it actually Sexy Bitch?
Yeah, yes, it was, but my mom would have grounded me probably.
Right, because you were a child. I get that.
Yeah, I was like 1 year old.
I just didn't expect you to call it that right now. I thought you would have said like,
Well,
it was Sexy Bitch, but it was the clean version because I was a kid.
I was just reminiscing on my clean, innocent, youthful days. But yes, that happens to me all the time where I get hung up.
Do you get it seasonally? Because I find that I get a lot of music where like as we're heading into summertime, you get more of the different music that wintertime or.
I get it just more in general in the spring and summer because I'm driving around with the window down, and I say window, not windows. It's a window. Sometimes I crack the one behind me to.
You're a friggin' bad boy.
But yeah, it happens way more often. Like around right now, where in the winter, like I try not to be in my car very often because it takes so long to get it warmed up.
Not anymore. You got an orange blanket.
That's true. I'm gonna. Plus, if I crash, safety blanket.
Yeah.
You can just be laying in the ditch.
It's perfect.
And people will see you.
But yeah, I only asked because I started to so the last couple days. I don't know if you guys have heard this song at all yet.
Goodbye,
or at all. It's a couple. No. I think it's
Did
a
I
couple years old.
disappoint
I'm not really
you?
sure. But it's Together by Sia. It's like a dance anthem that's just like for a car ride. I don't know.
I've never
There's
heard
just
it.
something about
I
it.
don't
with
think I've heard it either.
I only know about her swinging from chandeliers.
Yeah, well, close. Right singer, but no, not chandeliers. But I thought about that because I don't remember even where I was driving yesterday. Or maybe it was Sunday. It must have been Sunday. I think
Wasn't
I
on
was
the
coming
way
home
out
from Burlington.
to
Was
the
coming
house
back from
tonight?
Burlington. No.
Jamming out.
But I'm pretty sure from the time I left my aunt and uncle's house to my apartment, it's the only song I listened to. And I didn't even think anything of it. Like it would just end, and I just hit back, and I'd listen to it, and I got home. I'm like, definitely just listened to the same song for the last 30 minutes.
Pretty good.
And that's when this popped into my head. Because I do it all the time.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. The other day I was listening to a song a whole heck of a lot.
Oh, hold the heck of a lot.
Yeah,
And it
that's
wasn't
right.
You Can Call Me Al.
Wasn't that? I also run into this thing where I pretty much just always have my phone on shuffle.
Yeah, me too.
But then anytime Katie rides with me, she says, "Oh my God, you seriously only listen to this song." Yeah. Like regardless of what the song is. And I'm like, it's on shuffle. She's like, every time I'm in your car, this is on. I'm like, it's not true.
I get that from kids at school, too, because I have, a school playlist so that it's not, anything... Because
Sexy
yeah, it's not...
explicit.
Right. But it's I don't know, there's got to be 700 songs on there. But I feel like every day, someone is always like, we already listened to this song. Why are we listening to it again? And it's on shuffle. I get in there. shuffle it right away, and it just goes. But
so I have a hard time. I get the concept with that, but Tyler will know that I have a hard time listening to music for a long time.
he has ADD. Music ADD.
Yeah, music ADD is what the wrestling managers coined a couple of years ago, because I'll be in the wrestling room and be like, oh, I love this song. And I'll listen to like a minute of it and be like, all right, let's go to the next song. And they're like, wait, you just said you love it. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I'm ready for the next one. So I listen to pieces of repeat songs over and over, but for some reason I don't listen to full songs because I don't know if my mind just wanders or the music ADD kicks in and I got to go to the next song.
You're missing out either way.
I know. I gotta see somebody about that. See if I can't get hypnotized or something and get that fixed. I don't know.
Sorry, were we talking about hypnotized by plies?
No, I was talking about hypnotized by Big Papa.
By the notorious P.I.G. Sorry, B.I.G.
Yeah, you know it.
What about Paradise by the Dashboard Light? It feels like you're listening to it on repeat, but it's just the same song.
Honestly, I would only listen to that probably one time on my drive to Burlington.
There you go.
Because of the length.
Maybe two.
Maybe.
You ever listen to the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald on repeat?
That one I've tried it once. Honestly, I played it and I'm like, let's listen to it again. And I get into like the first minute. I'm like, never mind. This is too heavy.
This is a one time only.
This is like you play it once. You're like, okay, I gotta get something else.
How
Moving
many
on.
times do 29 people die? Before it starts to affect your mood. So customer service, am I right?
Oh.
Speaking of moods,
Frickin' A. Yeah, this I didn't have a topic planned until today's events. We had some new appliances we ordered from Lowe's, and they were to be delivered. We also paid to have the old stuff removed and hauled out. So they got here, and they couldn't remove the old stuff because we hadn't already removed it.
makes sense.
And they said, well, we can't unhook the gas line. And I'm like, well, that seems stupid because it's you just, unscrew it and turn the valve off. Maybe throw a cap on it if you're feeling real good. And then they said, well, we can't remove the microwave because it's attached to the cabinet and, like, we don't do construction. And I'm like, okay, but you were going to install my microwave in the same exact manner that... So, what?
So I find this really weird because we got a washer dryer not too long ago from Lowe's to be delivered, as well as haul away the old junky ones. And we didn't unplug them. We didn't do anything. And they came in and they took them out and they put the new ones in and they installed everything and hooked up the gas and the water. And although later that day, this is a part that upsets me a little. I go in the laundry room and it's like 8,000 degrees in the laundry room and humid as heck. Anybody have any idea what went wrong?
They didn't.
You moved to Madagascar.
Oh, we did not. We're still in Walworth.
Oh.
They didn't hook up the dryer vent.
Oh, lit.
Yeah, so it was like all the dryer stuff was just blowing around our laundry room, and it was like 7,000 degrees in there.
That sounds awesome.
That's funny because
So I had to pull the dryer out and like, oh, geez, you just put the hose over the vent, clamp, boom, done. 3 minutes later, I'm like, what the heck?
That's funny because 2 summers ago at my apartment building, they had someone come in to clean all the vents. And when they were done with mine, they apparently forgot to do the same thing. Or they messed it up somehow. So I went and used the washer and dryer. And then, like, it's going, not knowing anything is wrong. And all of a sudden, my smoke alarm in that hallway starts going off. I'm like, what the what is on? Something's on fire. So I go in there, and I'm like, there's no smoke. There's nothing. I open, because it's in the closet. So I open the doors, and it's just, like, really hot. And I'm like, that's weird. I've never done that before. So I let it sit for a little bit to see, what was wrong. It cooled down right away. So revved it back up. About a half hour later, smoke alarm's going off again. I'm like, what is wrong with this? So I called the building manager, and he comes up and looks. He's like, oh, yeah, they forgot to hook that back up. So he pulled it out, hooked it back up for me 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
But I'm like... And it's it's a washer-dryer combo, so the dryer's on top, all in one big piece. So I have no clue what I'm looking for on that.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, oh, yeah. Took him 5 minutes, fixed. Haven't had a problem since.
It's just weird that Lowe's wouldn't do that for you, yet literally
did it.
3 weeks ago, they came and did the exact same.
They did our
Similar
washer
thing.
and dryer, and that was fine.
And that was a week ago?
Friggin'
2 weeks
idiots.
ago?
Our last place, we bought our washer and dryer from Lyle's TV and Appliance,
Mm-hmm.
and that was nice. That was, I would say, like a much better experience. A little hometown kind of
Yeah.
action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they came in, wouldn't do anything, so they just left all the shit in the kitchen. The fridge didn't fit, so that was dumb. I mean, that wasn't their fault, but still dumb.
Seems like it's probably their fault.
We'll
Probably
just
their
blame it
fault.
on them.
Yeah. They dented the shit out of the fridge, trying to get it inside, apparently. And they ripped off my screen door handle with said fridge while denting it.
I'm not sure you could have had much worse of an experience.
They said, hey, just call us when you're ready for us to come pick up the stove and microwave. I'm like, okay, great idea. Thanks. Thanks so much for all your help.
Did you
Wait,
say
so they are going to come back and take it away. They just wouldn't
I
do
don't
it
know.
themselves.
I'm not sure. That's what they say. I didn't talk to him. Katie talked to him because she was here. But
are they going to come back and fix the screen door handle?
they told us to pick one out, and they would bring it with when they came back for that. So that seems likely, doesn't it? That the delivery drivers are going to go to just pick one up for us.
Yeah, of course, and it'll be definitely the one you want.
Yeah, so I'll be calling Mr. Lowe one of these days.
God, what a guy.
Rob.
Is that Rob?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Rob.
It's hard to get hold of, but
It's just so frustrating. So then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, great. Now I almost feel bad because I'm going to have to go to the store and get all up in somebody's business who, like, had nothing to do with this at all.
yep.
Because I'm not paying full price for an all beat up fridge, and I'll probably try and get a new screen door out of the deal.
And for work that you ended up
And,
having to do
yes.
because they didn't do it.
And we paid for all of the service that just didn't happen, and now there's 18 appliances in my kitchen. So I feel bad because, you know, whoever I have to talk to, like, it's totally not their problem, and they're just working for the man, you know, punching the clock. But also, I'm not paying for all that shit, so
Yeah, no, agreed.
I try to keep my cool. But sometimes people are just
Sometimes
friggin'
it's too
idiots.
hard.
Yeah.
I hear you. I worked in customer service before, and
See, and that's a discussion I'd like to have. I feel like everyone should work in customer service at some point in their life.
definitely.
Because then you realize, like, oh, maybe I should not be a huge asshole to everyone.
Well, and now, like, so Kim was a restaurant manager for almost 20 years at Gordy's, and I worked there for a while, and I also had some other customer service jobs in college. And now it's to the point, like, if I go out to eat somewhere and I'm like, oh, this burger's not cooked like I would, whatever. Kim's like, oh, well, just tell them, you know, they'll send it back. I'm like, nah, I'll just eat it. I was like, oh, I found a hair in my spaghetti. It's not a big deal. I'll just eat it. Kim's like,
Yeah.
no, you don't have to. And I'm like, no, I don't want to, you know, make somebody feel bad, or
Yeah.
I don't want them to spit in my next burger, so
Yeah,
I
I've
just
seen Waiting.
take it.
I've watched that movie before. I see what happens back there.
So I hear you. Like, I hate, like, the conflict. And so I just,
I
like-
just try my hardest to not cause a scene at any point in life.
No, I get it.
Yep.
But I think you have that greater appreciation for customer service situations if you've been on the other side of the counter before.
Right. Then
Yes.
you have a little empathy, and you're not
Yeah.
like, you can understand that it's not this person's fault. So
Exactly.
what about
Oh,
you,
me?
Guy?
Well, I worked at Subway for many, many years.
Oh, did you try eating fresh?
Make
And
fresh
I
your way.
ate fresh and made fresh.
Did you ever try to hold up a pair of khakis that was the size 85 that were way too big?
No, and no. And I worked in for a couple of years. I worked in a Subway that was inside of a Walmart, so that was like extra special
Oh yeah.
because you got the carryover from Walmart.
Everyone wore their pajamas all the time.
So that was fun because that was like my first job, like in high school. I did that all throughout high school, and then into college. And the worst experience I ever had as a Subway sandwich artist, as we were called. An older gentleman. This was in the Walmart Burlington Subway. An older gentleman comes in, has a coupon for a free 6-inch. Okay, so we make everything, put it all together. he wants to have a meal, so he's got to pay for all that, but the sandwich is free. So we go to charge him. It's like $3.50 because he also added bacon to the sandwich, which was not included on the free sandwich, and throws a fit about how, well, it should be free. I have a coupon for a free sandwich. And so I tried explaining to him, yes, the sandwich, you're not getting charged for the sandwich, you're getting charged for the meal and the additions to the sandwich that are not covered by the coupon. And probably yelled for 10 minutes about how this is just BS, and he can't believe that I'm trying to rip him off of a free meal and all this. And luckily that day the owner was working with me.
Sam Walton?
So no, the owner of this was a privately owned Subway. So she was in the back. She comes out. So I explained to her what happened. So she takes out the coupon because we took. So I'm not sure if they still do this, but when we used a coupon, we took the coupon, we stapled it to the receipt, and we put it underneath the cash in the drawer. So that's what I did.
Look at those?
Well, she did because, got to make sure.
That's right.
So she pulled it out, looked at the coupon, read the fine print where it says
no bacon,
no additions,
And no meals.
And she pointed it out to him, and he's like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, what? And he just walked out. And
he
that
didn't
was
get
it.
the sandwich or anything?
No, he took, he had everything already. I already gave it to him. All he had to do was walk away, and this, it would have been done. But he wanted to argue with me, a 15-year-old kid.
That's why.
Because he thought I messed everything up.
He thought he could bully you.
And the minute my boss comes out and says, nope, this is what it says, he just calmly, oh, okay. Like nothing happened. And it was from then on that I realized some people just do things to be assholes.
100%.
Yep.
I've had different customer service experiences in my life. When I was at Dick's Sports Shack, before I,
Before you made it big.
Before I made it was a criminal somehow by not committing crimes. I was a customer service specialist.
Nice.
Oh yeah, which basically just meant I was like a
verbal punching bag.
No, well, yes, yes, like in charge of the cashiers kind of gig.
Oh yeah.
So I was like stuck in the front end all the time, which I friggin' hated. It was just the worst because then yes, verbal punching bag.
Yep.
The cashiers were like, excuse me, and then I'm like, hi, what's going on? And they're like, you're a stupid asshole. And I'm like, okay.
I want 20% off
Thank
of
you,
this.
sir.
Also, there was a thing that Dick's was just forever running a $20 off of a $100 purchase promotion, and apparently just everyone knew that was a thing.
It still is.
Okay.
I get them every other week.
I need to go to Dick's.
Yeah. Well, apparently you don't actually need the coupon. You just go in there and bully college-age kids into doing it. Do I get the $20 off 100? I'm like, I don't know. Do you have the coupon? Well, yeah, at home. So you have to do that kind of shit all the time, and everyone's just an asshole. But then now in my current career, dealing with people, it's tough.
It's the same.
It's worse.
I imagine it's worse.
This time of year, you
Right.
get a lot of, I can't believe this is how you run a company, blah,
What?
blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed in you.
I'm not mad, just disappointed. You're not my mom.
Just stop it,
You
buddy.
don't get to say
There's
that.
only one person in the world that can pull that line out of me, and it's not you.
You ruined my weekend. I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry you had to sit quietly with your family, not working and drinking beer at your giant lake mansion. I feel terrible. Maybe I have to play bocce ball instead of shred the gnar. I don't know what to tell you. It's going to be too rough to shred anyway, so whatever.
It's also too cold.
Yeah, oh great, it's 60-1 on Friday. I hope you enjoy yourself. I have a hard time, and I'm working on honing my skills of not taking it personally, and just understanding that people just truly don't give a shit about anything else. They don't care about.
They care about what they want.
Yes,
It's all about me.
It's about them. They don't care about any circumstances. They don't care about any other people involved.
I would agree with you and say that's a large majority of people, but I also, from my current job,
I should get into your line of work.
it's equally as abusive
It's
sometimes.
easy, and you'll get rich.
Yeah.
Have you seen his house?
I have. It's
Oh my
freaking
God.
gigantic.
Please.
New siding.
Oh my god.
Insurance company. Let me finish. I will say though
Meanwhile,
that
I'm cutting off cabinets.
what I found also there are a lot of those people, but what I also found is, especially with my job currently, is sometimes people just want to rant and be heard. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'll just sit back and let a client just go off. And then when I feel a pause or I feel like they've calmed down a bit, and then I can talk. And then like literally 9 times out of 10 they apologize and like, I'm sorry, I just, whatever, they were misinformed or they're having a bad day or they just had to get something off their chest, and then usually it's not so bad. So I don't know, I've run into a lot more of that in my career.
That sounds lovely.
Where I kind of look at the other side of the coin and go, oh, so not everybody is an asshole.
I get very few apologies in any line of work I've been in my life.
Yep. Found that most of them are just assholes.
2/3, 1/3.
My current situation is I deal with 2 kinds of people. I deal with the people who have ordered something but didn't order it until too late, and now it's 3 months out because
And that's your problem.
and that's my problem because I'm the one A, producing the aluminum, and then B, making the aluminum into boat lift parts, and then C, shipping it to myself.
Yep. You guys should really cut out all those other people and just do all that.
Yeah.
That's not a bad plan.
Yep.
So
Future expansion.
So that's part of the people I deal with. And the other part of the people I deal with are ones that I've sold things to that want to know when they're going in the water, which, as a guy that has no say on the scheduling whatsoever, is also just the worst. Because then I just have to look like a friggin' idiot and be like, well, I can ask. And then I ask, and he's like, well, I don't know. And then I'm like, okay, great. Well, sorry, but
So the answer is I don't know.
I don't know anything.
It will be sometime before we start pulling everything out of the water.
Well, I
can
just
tell you
bought
that.
this lift from you. I'm like, yeah, confirmed.
And so do 287 other people that have lifts and piers. And
So, yeah. So that's my time.
you
However,
should just give them the scheduler's cell phone number and say, here, call this guy.
call him at home. I'm going to pay for him to have a landline. No, if I start just forwarding emails, I just like stopped responding. Just like, here, I can't answer you anyway. I'll get a lot of people that are like, so is my stuff there yet? And I'm like, nope, I haven't heard anything. And then like a week later, have you seen my stuff? Nope, I told you that I would let you know when I did, and since I've not, nope.
You know what that reminds me of? The great movie Cable Guy.
I've never seen that either.
You haven't?
I have not
I'm a
seen
small
it in
baby.
such
Oh
a
my
long time.
gosh. So there's the one part in Cable Guy where like Jim Carrey's the cable guy, obviously you know
Yeah.
the premise of it. So he's at home and he like calls this guy that he met that he installed cable, like suddenly he's gonna be best friends with the guy, and he calls him, he's like, hey, I stepped out and got something to eat, just wanted to see if I missed your call. And then like 3 minutes later he calls him back, he's like, hey, I went to the bathroom, didn't know if you called or not, just calling to see if you called. And then like 5 minutes later he's like, stepped into the kitchen, made a sandwich, just checking to see if I missed your call. Looking forward to talking to you. Like calls him like 7 times.
Yeah. So I don't know. Practice patience with the people that you know
Yeah.
are doing business with, but from both sides. Like I try to not like hate everyone that I talk to every day because that's exhausting.
It is.
You just gotta let people, like you said.
Sometimes you just gotta let them vent.
say it. Let them do it.
And
Get
just-
over it. And move on.
Just let it roll.
It just sucks when it just keeps
Yeah.
happening and happening
Yeah.
and happening.
And the one good thing is that like in 2 weeks, like everybody leaves me alone.
Until next year.
Well, except for the people who are still waiting on their boat lifts from.
That ordered them
Now,
late.
that's just less people though, so that's good.
That'll be fine. Everything's fine. Do you have any like real memorable besides Tyler's free bacon customer yelling? Like any specific experiences that stand out? I like had too many to count at Dick's. Probably here's my least favorite thing about Dick's. It's not even really a customer service story, except for the fact that if, and maybe I shouldn't be giving out this insider information.
Sweet.
But if any of you are criminals and you're at Dick's, basically if you walk in and you look real sketchy, they like say over their little mics, they're like, we're going to need some exceptional customer service in team sports.
So they follow you around?
So they just follow you around.
That's sweet.
And then they like just trade you around so you get asked like, oh, can I help you with anything? Like 35 times by
Next time I go to Dick's, I'm wearing like raggedy jeans and like
Hoodie
a
with
dirty
the hood
stocking
up,
cap,
sunglasses on.
my dirtiest pair of lawn shoes.
Yes. And
I look like a bum.
we'll talk
have a
to,
holster hanging out the bottom of your sweatshirt.
you'll get to talk to every employee in the store. But then as you're doing that, you can just be like some dirtbag just piling up coats into a shopping cart. Far more coats than any one person could wear, and in the wrong sizes. And you just say, nope, I'm good. Nope, I'm good. And then they're like, how are we doing with that exceptional customer service? And then you just walk out the front door, and then that's the end of the story. That's it. They can't touch you. They can only offer you exceptional customer service.
I'm sorry. So, are you telling us in this story, someone walked in, grabbed a cart, threw a bunch of jackets in the cart, and walked out?
More times than I could possibly tell you. You can't touch them. You can't touch the cart. It's
You don't
all
call the
like,
police?
you call the police, but you just like
You can't step in front of the door and go, excuse me, you can't do that.
yes, and then they just like walk around you, and you like can't.
You
do
can't put your hands in the cart and say, this is Dick's property?
No.
Wow. Dick's needs to rethink their position.
Does this
on
only
theft.
work for jackets?
No,
Ski boots, golf clubs, whatever you want.
and to
Whatever
be
you can
fair,
fit in a cart, apparently.
Here's some.
How does one get a gun into a cart?
Those are in display cases. They're a little
Yeah,
harder
that'd
to
be harder.
get out of.
Well, if I ask to
See it.
and look at it, and then I throw it in the cart and see another one.
To be fair, they might do more to stop you if you were trying to steal a firearm. That feels more like a federal offense.
Okay, so don't go for the firearms, but
Yeah.
like kayaks.
Yeah,
If
I
you
don't
could
just
fit that in a
kidding.
cart.
There's no kayaks anywhere ever.
I don't know if this is still how it works, but at the time, it was like the most frustrating thing ever because
Sounds
people
like
would
it.
be just like walking around, and I'm like, they're stealing all of that stuff. Like they're not paying for one item. And then sure shit, they leave, and you try and get the license plate, and you can't, and then the cops come, and you say, well, yep, and then that's that.
That's unbelievable.
Not to keep us off topic, because we need to get back to the customer service talk. But why, if this just continued to happen, was there not just almost always a police officer on site?
I don't know. The whole system was pretty fucked, though, because I once was Defensive Player of the Month. But then also they let me go because I used coupons the way that my manager told me to use coupons.
Both seem like a story for a different time.
Oh, God. If I've not told you my Dick's Sporting Goods story, it's unbelievable.
I don't think I've heard
I
it
think
either.
I'm going to write a book, actually.
A tell-all.
Yeah.
Cool. I can't
The
wait to
good,
read
the
that.
bad, the ugly
I
of
almost
Dick's.
And-
sued Dick's Sporting Goods.
We can record it.
Yeah.
We can do
An audiobook.
an audiobook.
Wow. Wow.
That's awesome. You know, I used to work at the Sunglass Hut.
Oh,
You guys remember those places? So the Sunglass
those are
Hut was
very
owned.
hard to find now. Like,
Yeah,
when
I
we
don't
ever
think
find
they're
them
real- They're not
I
around.
saw one in the Macy's in Rockford.
Yeah, I used to work at the one out at
Classic.
Westtown Mall in Madison, and it was right outside the Lens Crafters. Because every once in a while they'd pull me into Lens Crafters, and I had no idea what was going on in there. I basically just did the Sunglass Hut because they paid me, and I could sit and study because they hardly ever sold any sunglasses. But I would occasionally, like you said, you get the guy. It's reminded me when you were talking about your Subway story. You get the guy, the older guy who comes in, and I'm a college kid, and clearly he can see that because my books are spread out as I'm studying, and and he comes over and wants to talk and see them, and they try and bully you to get stuff,
Right.
And I'm in an island out in the middle of the mall. It's not like I have a manager next to me because you work it, you close it, you do it by yourself.
Right.
So I did one time have to like wave into Lens Crafters and like try and get the manager in there to come out and like handle this guy because he was just being unruly. Like a expired coupon, and it was a buy one get one. So it was like a big deal, not like, oh, $20 off your $200 sunglasses, like buy one get one. And it was expired by like 3 weeks. Like if it was like a couple days, I probably would have been like, dude, I don't care. Like, here, get it. But like, you're a month over, pal. Like, this isn't my problem. I'm sorry. And he like started to walk off with the sunglasses. And I'm like, what? So I like flipped up the thing and like came out and like, again, like I'm not going to get in a confrontation with him, but I'm like trying to flag down the manager. Like, someone come out here. Like, this guy's trying to steal sunglasses. And of course, this was back when I was in college. Like West Town Mall wasn't like unruly, I guess. It got a little worse after that, but so there wasn't like any security guards or anything around. So like the manager came out and like asked the guy what his problem was as he's like walking down the mall gonna leave, and he's like, well, I had to buy one get one, I'm only paying for one. So we explained the situation, and then the manager did end up getting a security guard and like got this guy back, and then he ended up not buying either one and he left and all this. But I was just like, this wouldn't have happened if like a 42-year-old man was working at the Sunglass Hut, not a 19-year-old
they
kid.
totally just beat the shit out of little kids, man.
Yeah. And
And that's part of why no one can get anyone to work right now.
well,
They don't want to.
that's a small part of it.
Well,
Let's
Big
not
part is
talk
that
politics.
The whole
No.
system is broken.
Yeah.
well, that too.
Uh,
But I mean,
That's
kids who do go into it
Yes.
don't stay.
right.
because
'cause they
they get a well, now society is more like, I don't know, like they have like they're owed. We're owed
Right.
this.
No, you're
And
not.
so like kids are like, I don't know what to do, and people get abrasive with them, and that's it.
Yup.
It just couldn't be any worse. The last thing I wanted to talk about is like when you're at a restaurant. How do you feel about tipping? It's tough for me, like if you have a bad experience, identifying whether it's a bad experience because like it took forever to get your food.
Yeah,
or
whose
the
fault is
food
it? The
rough.
waitress, the
Correct.
chef, So my take on that, and again, it goes primarily back to my wife, is like she's a saint, right? She worked in the industry, she managed, she waitress, she did all of those jobs basically. She even did a little cooking. When we go out, it has to be a god awful experience for us to like not tip well at all.
Right.
Like even if I'm like, man, this took forever, she's like, it's fine, it's not a big deal. She's very quick to like, she understands that there's like multiple moving parts in this,
Right.
tool that of the getting the food out. So she's real quick to like, hey, it's not a big deal. Like just 20% done or 25% done. Like she does, so I know when it's bad, when she's like, this is awful, we're not tipping that. And I'm like, whoa, like you must have really been awful. So for me, it's like, she's kind of like I let her be the thermostat on that situation, and I just I trust her judgment because she did it for a lot longer than I ever did, and probably saw a lot worse situations. So, yeah, it's got to be awful.
Yeah, there's very few things that I will tip less. Like I rarely go like below 18%. Usually I'm at 20, unless they go way out of their way, really good or really bad. Like sometimes.
Or are you really drunk?
No. Usually when I'm drunk, I tip way more no matter what. Yeah. Just a heads up out there.
Get him drunk. He'll tip you twice as
But
much.
like, if we go somewhere that's not that busy, and the waitress comes to take our order and drop off our food, and that's it, and we're like waiting around for stuff, that bothers me.
Same.
But again, I don't know what's going. Like, I assume there can't be much going on because we're one of 4 tables in this whole restaurant.
Right.
But maybe there's something going on. So like, even then, like I have a hard time not tipping that much because I know they have a pretty shitty job, and it sucks, and they probably don't want to be there. They have
And
other
they make
things.
$2.33 an hour.
So they make their money off the tips. But other times it's like,
Gonna need you to try a little bit, bud.
right, like I need
Yeah.
a little bit of effort. Like I want to hear it in your voice that you actually care about this and not just like, all right, what can I get for you? Like, if you're not showing me any enthusiasm, you're hurting yourself.
Yep.
I think that my biggest thing is, like, drinks is one of my big barometers. Because if the food's taking a long time, I feel like that, and again, I've not worked there, so it's probably like, I imagine it's a kitchen thing.
A bartender thing.
Yeah. Whatever. But if I am, like, waiting with an empty cup of lemonade for the entire time, I'm like, that's when I start to get sassy.
Yeah.
Because, at that point, I'm like, okay, well, this is something that the server should be handling.
However, I will say I recently had an experience at Buffalo Wild. Not this recent, or I would have invited you guys.
God damn
So
it,
it
this
was
always happens.
2 months ago.
probably 2
It was
days
2
ago.
months ago.
It was 2 days ago.
Sunday night.
It was 2 months ago, probably. And my mom ordered a Bloody Mary. And the waitress came back
Marsha's
twice
lit.
and said, I know you ordered that Bloody Mary. I'm waiting on it. The bartender's behind. We're going to get that out to you right away. Like, so I'm like, okay, like, she's trying. She didn't just leave us hanging.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like she can go jump behind the bar and make it herself. You know, she's got procedures to follow too. So I was like, okay, well, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. Like, all right, I believe her. Like, it's not, she clearly brought it up twice, so it's not like she forgot.
Even if she doesn't bring it up, like, if I order, if I go to a bar and I get an old fashioned, like, I'm not expecting it to be there right away.
Right.
If she goes, puts it in, it's back in a couple minutes, great. But it's going to take some time, especially somewhere like that where it's probably busy and everybody's ordering something. Like, it's going to take a little bit. But if I just need a lemonade or a water,
Where a waitress can fill that on her own.
right, like that is something that really does bother me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty much a cereal lemonade drinker, so I'm gonna
Cereal in your lemonade?
Yeah,
That's
I have
cool.
cereal in my lemonade. So basically, the moral of the story is just be nice to everyone.
Don't be dicks, but
Don't be a dick.
unless it's necessary.
Then be a dick to the right people. Yeah. Summertime Jeopardy.
Summertime.
The categories.
I knew he was gonna play it.
You have it on the Quay way.
Sorry. All our fans love that song, I'm sure.
They might. Activities, songs, movies, weather, miscellaneous.
Oh my gosh. Season 3, Tyler 1, Jake 0.
Well, you have seen
Do you hear the
weather
crowd?
before. I can't hear anything.
Yep, I might be okay with weather.
Jake's going first.
And miscellaneous could probably be cool too because it could be anything.
Could be anything. That's the
I'm
thing.
going with activities because I like summer activities, and I'm going to go with 300 because 3 is my favorite number.
The only place in which children screaming and vomiting is
Beep.
not
Hey.
a cause for concern. Jake.
I'm going to go with what is a, well, it could be a lot of different things, but I'm going to say what is a fair?
I'll accept it.
Amusement
What is
park,
an amusement
yeah.
park or carnival? I'll take it.
Yes. For the record, I have a lead.
Ha
It's few and far between. Activities for 200.
The reason you can't get that smell out of your
Hey-o.
favorite sweatshirt.
I don't know what my sound is gonna be.
Hey-o. That's a good sound.
What is a campfire or a bonfire?
That's correct.
Yep.
Let's stick with activities for 100.
An activity in which you're sure to get sand
Beep.
in your cracks.
What is going to the beach?
That's correct.
4 bills for activities.
A 20-something's favorite excuse to wear underwear without clothes over them and accept illicit substances from strangers. It generally also includes being muddy and or smelly.
That is very long. I got to reread it.
I know, I was doing the same.
BB,
Yes?
what is Country Thunder?
I'll accept it. Music festival.
Okay. I thought maybe you were going to get
Should have been
specific with
Country
that
Thunder
one.
specifically. Yep.
When you said 20-somethings, I'm like,
Yeah.
I was thinking, like all of like the...
but literally every single one, that's what happens.
Rockfest too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Activities 500.
The place at which you can get yourself
Hey-o.
the best damn cinnamon roll ever made.
What is the Walworth County Fair?
That's correct.
Yes. Let's jump over to miscellaneous for 300, please.
The person after whom July was named by Roman general Mark Antony.
Beep.
Yes?
Would that be Julius Caesar?
That's correct.
What the fuck?
You did it.
Woohoo! Can we quit now?
Yep.
No.
Miscellaneous for 200.
A popular summer toy that was invented by a pie maker in the 1870s and popularized on college campuses.
Beep.
Yes,
What is a frisbee?
that's correct.
What? Where are you getting this stuff from?
Miscellaneous for 100.
The two holidays that both
Beep.
end summer.
Ah, that's Tyler.
Yep.
What are Memorial Day and Labor Day?
Correct.
Miscellaneous 400.
The tiny pain in the ass that ensures you spend your summer
Beep.
slapping yourself and picking scabs.
What are fucking mosquitoes?
That's correct.
Miscellaneous, finish it off for 500.
The longest day of any given year.
Beep.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not right with this, I don't think. What is the 4th of July?
Incorrect.
What is the summer solstice?
Correct.
Oh, see, I was thinking that, and I thought, no, it's got to be like something more exciting.
No.
I made it more than it was.
4th of July is a very, very long day.
Jake leads 1,800 to 1,200.
And we're done. So thanks for playing.
Let's go weather 100.
A spinning
Beep.
cloud that makes everyone Google watch versus warning.
What is a tornado?
That's correct.
I often Google that still. And I'm in my 40s, and I go,
time.
the kids are like, Dad, what's the difference?
Can never remember which one's which.
Hold on a second. Alexa, what's
Well,
the difference?
You see,
Weather for 200.
Frozen water droplets that
Beep.
cause everyone to park in bank drive-thrus and under overpasses like jerks.
I don't know what my sound is, so I'm just gonna make random sounds. What is hail?
That's correct.
What the hail is going on out there? Weather for 300.
The state with an average annual temperature of 70.7 degrees, the highest in the U.S.
Beep.
Yes.
What is Arizona?
Incorrect.
Damn it.
What is New Mexico?
Incorrect.
Florida.
Florida.
That was my second guess.
Yeah, with how far south it
Yep.
was.
South.
400.
True or false? Heat lightning is different than lightning we
Beep.
experience in a thunderstorm.
That is absolutely true.
False.
Dang it.
It is simply lightning in a thunderstorm too far away for us to hear the thunder or see it contact the ground.
That's dumb.
What?
I knew that.
Science.
I hate
Science.
true or false. But I got that one. 500.
A condition to which gingers
Beep.
are particularly susceptible in summer.
Leave it to the ginger to get that one right.
What is sunburn?
That's correct.
Hey-oh, look at that score.
All tied up with two
Oh,
categories
this is as
remaining.
competitive as I've been, though.
That's good, and you're doing
Of
well.
course, I could
All
get
right.
blown out now.
I got to get in his head. We're going songs for 100.
Oh, great.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm going to do, because there ain't no cure.
Beep, beep.
Yes?
For the Summertime Blues,
Who sings that?
I thought we were finishing the lyrics. Or do you want the name of the song?
I want the title and artist. I should tell you.
Oh, jeez.
Or one or the other. No, at least the title. And I'll say, hey, way to go. But you said Summertime Blues, so I'll give it to you.
yeah. Yeah.
Eddie Cochran or Alan
Alan
Jackson.
Jackson, yeah. I'm not going there anymore. I'm going to go over to movies for 300.
The original reason that folks hate the ocean.
Beep.
Yes.
What is Jaws?
That's correct.
That was before I was born, guys,
Yeah,
just
okay,
for the record.
1975, Jake's birthday.
200 movies.
A young Chevy Chase, a baby Ruth in the pool,
Beep, beep.
and that damn gopher.
What is Caddyshack?
That's correct.
Movies for 100.
A wannabe tough guy and a random Australian girl pretend that they're
Beep,
not
beep.
in love with each other until she starts wearing leather and smoking Camels.
Oh, this I read it wrong. It's not What is Crocodile Dundee?
No.
Damn it. I read
Oh,
the
wait.
Australian the other way. Oh, I know it now.
It's What is Grease?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
I
I
read
never knew he was
Australian guy.
He's not. He's a wannabe tough guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Australian girl.
They pretend they're not in love until she is friggin'
Yep.
ripping a heater.
All right, stick it. 400 movies.
A psychiatrist thinks that's kind of an asshole gets followed on vacation by a man with a goldfish in a jar around his neck. The psychiatrist loses his shit, but the family thinks their guest is lovely.
Beep beep.
Yes.
What is anger management?
Nope.
Pass.
What about Bob?
What about Bob? Yeah.
Never seen it.
Really? With
Oh,
Bill
that's-
Murray.
Yeah, it's good.
And Richard Dreyfuss.
Yep. Does it mean finish the fives?
A giant steak, a grizzly a long
Heyo.
way from its home, and a pain in the ass brother-in-law running a nice family vacation.
What is the great outdoors?
That's correct. We're tied up with 4 left.
4 of the
Oh,
worst
God.
columns left in the whole
A
game.
lot of pressure here. 200.
No pressure. You got it.
We made out under the dock. We stayed out till 10 o'clock. We made out under the dock.
That didn't help either.
I was gonna say Grease. I thought it was from the movie.
Summer Nights.
Damn it.
3 hundo.
If you just ride it out, I can see you. Your brown skin shining in the sun. You got your hair pulled back and your sunglasses on. I try to pick old people songs for Jake.
Gee, thanks. Grease is before my time, for the record. Way before my time. I got nothing.
Oh, I should also say all of the songs have summer in the title. Boy, that would have been potentially helpful earlier.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I would have gave the last one away a little bit.
It wouldn't have changed my
For me.
answer. For
Yeah,
the
I got
last
nothing
one
on
or
this one.
The Boys of Summer. Don Henley.
Yeah.
400.
Me and some guys from school.
Got it.
I couldn't read that fast.
We had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit. Jody got married. I should have known we'd never get far.
What is the summer of '69?
Nice.
Here it is for all the marbles.
For all the bananas.
Don't read fast, Tyler. Give me a chance.
She had the need to feel the thunder, to chase the lightning from the sky, to watch a storm with all its
Beep.
wonder.
Thunder rolls.
He was so close. Wrong.
What does it say? He told us that it has summer in the name.
Oh,
Because that was my thought too.
Oh. Pisser.
God, you're so close.
I know it's.
It's about a farm boy and a MILF.
Yep.
Oh, Stacy's mom. I can't think of it. I know it. I'm singing it in my head right now.
Sing it out loud. Maybe that'll help you.
I'm just singing that.
Do that anyway.
He just doesn't want to sing out loud. Maybe Colin will sing it for you.
She had the need to feel the thunder.
Does that help?
That's it's already
Chase
in
the
my head.
lightning from the sky.
I already won it. I don't have to answer it.
That
Summer. Yeah.
Oh, by Girth Brooks.
Girth.
You were so close
I
on the
was
girth
so
train.
close. I was right there.
Wow, it's a damn shame. 2,900 to 2,500. Come from behind victory.
I will say I was competitive, though.
That came
I
down
thought
to
you
the
had
losing.
final- I thought he did too.
In losing, I usually get blown out.
No,
so.
I thought you had a real chance with girth as the last option.
That was a very competitive game. That might be the closest Jeopardy game ever.
Pretty good
On what
stuff.
the
I think so. We've never had one come down to the last question before.
I think we did have one.
Come down to the last question?
I don't know.
We
Somebody-
did the random Will Ferrell one. I think we did.
That was terrible. That was
Yeah,
the
I don't
worst
think
thing.
that one counts because it was like 400 to 300.
All right, folks. We did it. We're
It's
back.
been real.
And it's
It's been
summertime
fun.
now.
It's been real fun.
It's officially summertime because we played Summertime Jeopardy.
Yeah, we're
Right.
there now.
And by the time they hear the episode after this, like then it's officially summer.
Big time summertime time. We're almost there, and then we can have what the heck events.
Oh my gosh! It's
Yep,
so
they're
close.
right around the corner.
Once this crazy world slows down, we're gonna do it.
I am so excited for this blanket.
Yeah, I gotta go find a freezer I can hang out in.
I'm going to go sleep outside tonight.
I
Just
might leave
wrap
it
up in
rolled
my
up
blanket.
tonight and use it as a pillow. It's that comfortable.
Oh, you're right. It is.
And it looks like somebody cut it with those like crazy scissors. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got all ribbed up.
It's a texture thing. It's ribbed for your pleasure.
Ribbed for pleasure. Katie's going to steal this immediately. But until next week, folks. If you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm still going to be an athlete.
For Jake Reese and Tyler Heck, I'm Colin Frederick. Let's get the heck out of here.